Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Automotive Trends Garage. I'm joined tonight with our design editor Eric Gernan, senior editor Jason Muxlow, and I'm executive editor Brandon Dye. We've got a great show for you tonight, so let's get into our first clip.
This is Michigan, the thumb of Michigan. In the spring and summer, these fields are richly filled with the sounds of farm equipment churning the earth to bring forth the fruit of the land. But in the winter, all is peaceful. Well, it was.
What is Muxlow doing out there? I don't know, but it looks cold and I am nice and warm in here. This is the 2011 Audi Q5. We have the V6 version today, Quattro all-wheel drive, of course, as Audi's trademark all-wheel drive program continues to get better and better. In this version, we have the V6 with 270 horsepower, so they're pretty much right on the mark there. This is not a huge vehicle by any means. It's actually just about right sized for most people's purposes. It's got a great look to it, I think, modern. It has LED running lights in the headlights and LED tail lights, so that adds a bit of upscale modern design. We're particular fans of the chrome detailing around the window treatment. The usual Audi design language is all here and accounted for. Particularly good looking up front. This has the now familiar Audi grille, but they finished it with a nice kind of glossy black as opposed to some of the flat black, cheaper looking plastic we've seen before. So we like that, and it has a nice wide planted stance to it. So it looks upscale but capable at the same time. Now, this V6 version with the 3.2 liter all aluminum direct injection engine is a sweetheart. It's very smooth, makes great noises, and it'll rev all the way to a 7,000 RPM redline easily. And we're just a little disappointed in the torque, especially considering the now available 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, an engine that you know we love, is available in the Q5, and it's the higher output version. So you're getting 258 pound-feet of torque in that version, and it peaks at 1,500 RPM, almost diesel-like in its torque characteristics. Now this V6 you think would have to outdo that, but it's actually producing less torque, and you have to rev higher to get to it. So really the 4-cylinder would feel probably just as gutsy and even more so. And then of course there's a huge price difference and a significant savings if you stick with the 4-cylinder. So we'd like to review that and bring you our thoughts on that. But today we're talking about this V6, and it's really pretty good. We won't complain. Smooth, quiet. It returns 18 miles per gallon in the city, 23 miles per gallon on the highway. Again, the 4-cylinder is going to do significantly better there, but we'll see how it measures up in the real world when we can actually test one. But another area that Audi has always done well at, of course, is an interior design standpoint, and that's no exception here. Even though our tester is basically all black, there is some bright work to break things up, and they're going to this new kind of rough finished wood trim inlay that we've first seen in the A7 and the new A8, and it's trickling down here now. We really like it. It's a kind of a new take on wood, which was getting a little tired. I mean, everybody does the glossy wood and it all basically looks the same, but Audi is trying this, and it looks pretty good. We like it. It's fresh. So the rest of the cabin, gives you fairly comfortable seats. Actually, they're a little flat on the bottom, but for the intended audience, they probably do the trick just fine. They're pretty comfortable. The steering wheel is another design element we think needs to be updated. We've been looking at this basic steering wheel in Audi's lineup for years now. Actually, I think since the last generation A6 debuted, so it's been a while. But the gauges continue to be ultra legible. The center stack, of course, is dominated by the MMI navigation system, and it continues to be a workable solution. You still have to go hunting for a few things, but after you've used it for a while, as we have now in lots of different Audi models, things become pretty logical. So we're okay with that. MMI is being updated in the higher end models, and we expect most of those advancements to trickle down through the lineup sooner rather than later anyway. So we'll look forward to those. Now this model has a upgraded Bang & Olufsen audio system. We know Audi has entered into a partnership and with them to be their exclusive upscale audio supplier, and it's $850, but I'm telling you, when you crank it up, it is money well spent. It sounds terrific. Tight highs, good bass. It just really, really reproduces audio very nicely. And $850 in the world of premium audio systems is actually not a bad value. So we recommend that's an option we'd keep. Now, we were a bit surprised to find that Audi includes this giant panoramic glass roof as standard equipment on the V6 model. Usually that's an option that they will charge an arm and leg for, but it's standard here. Now, conversely, they still charge an extra $400 and some odd dollars for silver paint. So figure that out if you will. But the V6 comes very well equipped. We've got standard 19-inch wheels. In this case, Audi has seen fit to wrap them in Pirelli Scorpion winter tires, so we can actually get around this area. So thank you, Audi. But 19-inch wheels, standard. The tri-zone climate control in here is standard. It works very well. Power heated front seats, standard. The only thing we really had to pay extra for, like we said, is the paint and the Bang & Olufsen stereo, and they charge a very, very dear $3,000 to get the MMI system, which bundles in satellite radio, HD radio, and a few other things like that. But I don't know. We could live without it, certainly, and $3,000 is a lot of money. So I don't know. We wish that price would come down a little bit, but it is a good navigation system. The graphics are modern, and it looks good. Now, you remember I mentioned this has a very stout, very capable Bang & Olufsen stereo system. It sounds really, really good.
We're also going to perform on the big show on CBS.
Well, the DJ is, never sounded better. You'll have to take our word for it. When you've got a pounding CD in there, it sounds every penny worth $850. At the end of a full day of playing in the snow and the frozen tundra of Michigan, the Audi Q5 won us over. We like the luxurious interior appointments. We like the quattro all-wheel drive, go anywhere, blast through any snow handling and all-weather capability. The steering, the brakes, the handling are all set up towards the sporty end of the spectrum, which we enjoy. The interior comfortably seats 4 and 5 in a pinch. There's room in the back. The base price is a pretty reasonable $42,500. We had a number of options, brought ours up to about $47,700. That gets to be a little bit high, but you're going to pay about that for like a Lexus RX 350, which doesn't have as much capability in our eyes and blends in a lot better. This is a handsome vehicle, we think, with beautiful modern details like LED lighting, and the whole thing just really won us over. It's a strong package. We really are looking forward to testing the 4-cylinder. It offers nearly as much power, far better fuel economy, and knocks about $7,000 off the sticker price. If everything else is the same, that could be the model to get. In the meantime, if you are looking for a V6 and you want to blast through the snow and you want to have strong handling when the snow melts away, hopefully that's soon, the V6 Q5 is a strong, strong all-weather contender. You know what? It's pretty cold out here. I better go find Muxlow. He's probably frozen in a snowbank somewhere. I feel bad I left him. That wasn't very nice.
Well, what do you guys think? Did you agree with my overall view of the Q5?
I did for the most part. However, I do take issue with what you said about the go anywhere, do anything, all-wheel drive because of this little bit right here.
Yeah, we found the limits of Audi's all-wheel drive.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
No.
Well, you know, everything has its limits. We could have got a Hummer stuck out there for all you know.
Yes, there was a lot of snow, and this is how we retrieved it, actually. Yes, it's a good thing we have friends with tractors.
Yeah.
Now, all those times you pick on me about my agricultural mentions.
Your connections did kind of save the day there, and we returned the Audi mostly undamaged.
True.
Slightly damaged, but you can replace those parts.
Yes, we had to clear a little bit of snow out from underneath. Involved me being very wet.
Yeah.
I did not appreciate that. Don't do that again.
It was your idea. You made me do it.
I'm glad you guys took that adventure without me.
Yeah.
We probably could have pushed it out if you'd have been there.
Perhaps.
Save the embarrassment of calling for help.
But anyways, back to the car. I liked the engine. It was really good.
Yeah, I really want to drive the four-cylinder.
The four-cylinder, I think, would really be it'd be the honey of the two, really, because I don't think you'd be missing anything with the power or the torque. It wasn't, as far as power ratings and torque ratings, they're not that far off.
No.
It'll be lighter. It'll be the 8-speed.
A little lighter, the 8-speed automatic, which we haven't driven yet in anything really, but on paper, it should be able to put that power down pretty well. And then there's a huge cost saving. So if this thing is decent at all, and we already like the older 2-liter, and they've cranked it up even more here.
It can only be better.
Yeah, we're predestined to like this vehicle. So we want to try that, and when we do, you will know what we think about it.
Hopefully it'll be summertime then, and then we're not freezing our butts off.
We can get it stuck in some mud instead of some snow.
I was going to say, we need to find some place to get it stuck to prove its all-weather capability.
Yeah,
true.
We
all-road, soft-road capability.
We always seek the limit of every vehicle we test. So if we don't get a four-wheel drive vehicle stuck, we don't know what it can and can't do.
That's true.